Hello everyone, welcome to our fourth lesson in online math class. Today we're going to learn about adding integers with different signs. Last week we learned about adding integers with the same sign. So let's get started. For our objectives today, so at the end of the lesson, you are expected to add integers with different signs. It means to say this is our only objective for today, but we will have different ways how to do the objective. Okay? And we have the same vocabulary which we had last week. Okay? And these are add, positive, negative, left, right. Again, add, positive, negative, left, right. Okay, let's review how to plot points. Okay, these are moving from 0, going to the right, or going to the left. Now we have number 5 here. So it means to say it's a number to the right of 0. So the distance of number 5 from 0 is 5. So we move 5 times. Now we have a negative 3 here. So it means to say we need to move to the left. Okay, left of 0. So 1, 2, 3. Alright. Next, we have 7 or positive 7. So we move to the right 7 times and there's 7. Number 4, we have negative 6. Negative 6 is to the left of 0. So negative 6 is here. Okay, and we have our first, or we have our another investigation of what will happen when we add integers with different signs. Again, last week we learned about adding integers with the same sign. Now we're going to find out what will happen if we're going to add integers with different signs. Okay, now we have 2 steps. Okay, and we will in adding integers with the same sign. So for today we will use that in doing our investigation for today. Now we have our starting point or starting number, and we have an ending number. Okay, let's get started. So let's use our bunnies here. Always start at 0, and then we will go towards the starting number. So our starting number is positive 3. So we move 1, 2, 3. Okay, so our bunny here is on number 3 or positive 3. So and then we need to add negative 5. So negative 5 is to the left. Okay, it's running to the left. So we jump from 3, okay, going to the left. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it means to say that 3 here plus negative 5, okay, is equal to negative 2. All right, so we write our answer here. So 3 or positive 3 plus negative 5 is equal to negative 2. Let's move on. Okay, all right, so our example number 2, let me put my face there. All right, so we have negative 2 plus 6 is equal to negative 2 plus positive 6. Now, as you can see, we will start at negative 2. Okay, so let's have our bunny move towards the starting number. So we use our bunny. Let's hop 2 times to the left. Okay, since we have a negative sign. All right, and then step 2. Okay, step 2. Okay, since we have to hop 2 times to the left, we will move to the ending number. So our ending number, we move 6 times to the right. Okay, so starting from negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we end up at positive 4. So negative 2 plus 6 is equal to 4. Very easy. Okay, now let's have example number 3. Okay, example number 3, we have 7 plus negative 6 is the same as positive 7 plus negative 6. We will start at the starting number 7. Okay, now let's hop towards the right. Alright, so we're going to hop towards the right 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now let's move to our second step. Move towards the ending number. Now we hop 7 times. Now we will hop negative 6, or to the left 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we end up at positive 1. So 7 plus negative 6 is equal to 1. Very easy. Alright, now let's have our example number 4. 4 plus negative 8 is the same as a positive 4 plus negative 8. So we'll start at the starting number here. It's a positive number. It means to say it's a number to the right of the 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we have negative 8. We move to the left of 0, which is our second step. Okay, so we have hop 4 times to the right. Now we will hop 8 times to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the answer for adding 4 and negative 8 is negative 4. Okay, very easy. Now maybe you're going to ask, Teacher David, are we going to draw number 9 every time when we add integers? If you like it, yes, you may do so. Okay, and that is one of the safest and understandable way of adding integers. Okay, but there are other ways that we can add integers with different sign. Okay, and I call it method number 2. Okay, we call this inverse property of addition, or additive inverse. Means to say that you have to find the opposite of a number, add them together, you'll get 0. All right, so what we will do is we will make zeros. We need to find the opposite of numbers. For example, what will you add to 3 to become 0? Of course, it's opposite. 3 plus negative 3 is equal to 0. Negative 4 plus what equals 0. What is the opposite of negative 4? It's 4. 5 plus what equals 0. What should we add here? It is negative 5. Alright, so what we will do is we need to find the opposite number to make zeros. Alright, so what we will do here, okay, so example number 1. Now, we have 3 plus negative 4. Now, what you need to do is first identify the larger number, regardless of sign. Okay, now we have to look which one here has a bigger number. Now we learned already that 3 is bigger than 4 or negative 4, but for today's lesson, or for adding or subtracting integers, you have to figure out which one has a bigger number regardless of its sign. You have a 3 here and you have a 4. Which of them has a bigger number? Of course, it's number 4, not negative 4. Okay, we look only at the number without the sign. Now we're going to change this 4 into, or negative 4 into the opposite of 3. Okay, so we'll change this negative 4 into negative 3 plus negative 1. Okay, negative 4 is the same as negative 3 plus negative 1. 3 plus 1, 4. Let's check our sentence. 3 plus 4, the same as here. Okay, so 3 plus negative 4. Now we add this together. 3 and its opposite is equal to 0. Write down the process that we have on the top steps, or the previous step here. So we have 0, 3 plus negative 3, plus negative 1. 0 plus negative 1 is negative 1. Okay? Therefore, 3 plus negative 4 is equal to negative 1. Okay? So that's our answer. Now let's have negative 4 plus 5. Okay? So negative 4 plus 5. Now which one here is a bigger number or a larger number? Okay, and regardless of sign, we have negative 4 here, but disregard the minus sign or the negative sign. We have 4 and 5. Of course, obviously 4 is a bigger number. Now 5 is a bigger number. So compared to 4, okay, 5 is larger. Now we need to change 5 into 4 plus 1, since the opposite of negative 4 is 4. Negative 4 plus 4 is equal to 0. Copy the following process. Plus 1. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Okay, let's move on. Example number 3. 7 plus negative 9. Okay, 7 plus negative 9. Now, if you look at the larger number here, it should be 9, not negative 9. Just look at 9. Okay, no negative. Now, we need to change this negative 9 into the opposite of 7. Of course, the opposite of 7 is negative 7. Now, we need to add negative 2. All right, to negative 7. So this will become negative 9. So negative 9 is the same as negative 7 plus negative 2. All right, so we add this together. It will become 0 plus negative 2. And that is our final answer. All right, so let's write it properly. 7 plus negative 9 is equal to negative 2. Okay, very simple. Okay, let's have example number 4. We have a 2 here and a negative 9. So negative 9 plus 2. 9 is a larger number. Okay, again, disregard the negative sign. Just look at the 9 and the 2. So 9 here is a larger number. Okay, so we need to change this into an opposite of 2. Okay, so the opposite of 2 is negative 2. All right, and then negative 9 will become negative 7 plus negative 2. All right, so this 2 here will become 0. And we will write negative 7 because we didn't do anything with the negative 7. Oh, sorry, I forgot. All right, so when you encounter this example, you don't need to write the parenthesis, okay, at the last answer. All right, so therefore, negative 7 plus 2 equals, okay, negative 9 plus 2 is equal to negative 7. Okay, now let's have this example. 6 and 3. Which is the larger number? So 6 is the larger number. Now we need to change 6 into the opposite of negative 3. So 3 plus 3 plus negative 3. We change 6 into 3 plus 3. We copy plus and negative 3. Now these two here are opposites. So when we add them, we will have 0. Okay, so this will become 0. So we have 3 plus 0. 3 plus 0 is equal to 3. Okay, very easy. Now let's move on to our method number 3, which sometimes or most of the time I'm using, okay, when I add and subtract integers with different signs. Okay, I subtract the larger number, or I subtract from the larger number. Okay, based on method number 2, we identify the larger number. But this one, we just subtract from the larger number. Okay, so let me show you how to do this one. You will have -4 plus 5 here. Okay, instead of using equal sign, we're going to use arrow, okay? An arrow sign. Now we have to identify the larger number, 5, and we'll subtract the smaller number. Okay, so 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. Now we rewrite the sentence, therefore -4 plus 5 equals 1. Now for the last part here, you have to write, okay, write the sign of the larger number. So let's go back to my question. What is the sign of the larger number? The sign of the larger number is positive. Okay, so we have positive 1. Okay, so this is the larger number. The sign of 5 here is positive. So this positive here, we write it to our final answer. Okay, so our answer is positive 1. But positive numbers, no need to write the positive sign. So just write 1. Okay. Alright, so example number 2. Okay, number 1, identify the larger number. What's the larger number? 7 or 3? Obviously it's 7, okay, not -7. Just look at the number, 7. Okay, and we will subtract larger number minus the smaller number, 3. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Okay, therefore, -7 plus 3 equals 4. That's not the final answer. What is the sign of the larger number? The sign of the larger number is negative. So we write the negative sign before the 4. So -7 plus 3 equals -4. Okay, very easy. Okay, let's have example number 3. Okay, 8 plus -3. Alright, now we're not going to use an equal sign. We're going to use an arrow. Alright, now 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. Right, the final answer, 8 plus -3 equals 5. What is the sign of the larger number? The sign of the larger number is positive. So positive 5. So we write 5. Okay. Example number 4. Let's have an arrow. Alright, so identify the larger number. The larger number here is 4. Alright. Oh, it's getting harder to do. No, it's easy. Okay, so larger number, 4 minus 3 is equal to 1. Okay, so write the final answer. -4 plus 3 is equal to 1. But what is the sign of the larger number? It's negative. So -4 plus 3 is equal to -1. Don't forget the sign of the larger number. And last one, of course, this is funny, but yes, it happens. Teacher David, use your brain's method. Okay, what we call it, mental math. After you get used to adding integers, you're getting used to the pattern or the process of adding or subtracting integers. So some students told me, Teacher David, there's a brain's method. Okay, that's really cool. All right, so this is from my previous class in FEP. And yeah, we had fun like using your brains. Okay, so we call it mental math. I'm going to practice adding and subtracting integers until you get used to it, and when you see it, I know the answer. All right, so just practice, and You will use your brains method. All right. Okay, and that's the end of our class, guys. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to do the quiz on our Google Classroom, and see you next week. Bye bye.